Baby, my name is Ross Mandell, and welcome to my show. I know what you're thinking. It's a little confusing right now. We're coming to you today live from Boca Raton, Florida. And my name is Ross Mandell. I'm coming to you today uncut, uncensored, unfiltered, unedited, and yes, I am under arrest. Now, I thought we'd, sort of shake things up a little bit today because, a lot of you would like to get to know me. Just as I'm getting to know you, we're getting to know each other. And so there's a lot more to Ross Mandell than he's a Wall Street guy, 25 years on the street. He's an insider, he's an expert. Ross Mandell, he's a recovering alcoholic who gives back through the 12 steps on a day-to-day basis. And then, there's Ross Mandell, the husband, the father, the community member, the son, the brother. You've heard a lot from me over the last 2 weeks. But now we got to get to the nitty-gritty. If you really want to know more about Ross Mandell, then you got to understand that it's more than just about feeling good on the inside and being okay, which is what my sobriety looks after. But let's face it, we have one body. We have one physical being. And I have yet to meet anybody that tells me they feel good. When, you take a quick look at them and, how can he feel good? Guy can't walk. Guy can't move. Guy's fat. Guy looks down. He hasn't seen his feet in 25 years. It's just not a healthy way to be. So I thought that we'll just jump right in and talk a little bit about my fitness regimen. It's not easy being a party guy, running around drinking and drugging and smoking. I did the best I could, but it really wasn't that good. At 33 years old, I got sober. What did I do? I went to work, I went to AA, and I went to the gym. That's correct. I went to the gym. And you know what? 5 days a week, 7 meetings a week, sometimes 10. And I worked hard every day. And I built my life back a brick at a time. Slowly, albeit. But you know what? Everything goes quick. Life goes fast. The things we've been planning for a year or 6 months or a year and a half, before you know it, they come and they're gone. And it's the way to live your life. And, if I can share this with anybody, and if I can impact anybody, even just a smidgen, well, guess what? I will have done something that is spectacular. Because you put down the drug, you put down the drink, or you moderate. And you work hard. And you help other people. But, at the end of the day, you got to do something for you. And that's spectacular. That's my gym time. I say to my wife, Steph, I got to go. I say to the kids, I'll be back. And I go and I do my thing. Now, what do I do? For many, many years, I did a lot of weights. I pumped it up, right? Just like the bodybuilders and the weightlifters and whatnot. You do the machines and you do the free weights and you do the powerlifting and all that. And yes, it lays a foundation for the body. As I got older, I was tired of feeling blocky and sort of muscle bound and all that kind of a thing. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to be athletic. It's one thing to grow muscle, to burn fat. It's another thing to learn how to use that muscle. And that's where sport comes in. A lot of guys, they play softball. I'm 53 years old. These guys play softball. They play tag football. Guys are playing, soccer, all kinds of stuff. A lot of basketball games going on. And, of course, the old favorite in Boca Raton, we go out there and we play around the golf, which, I hope to die someday on the golf course. But I don't want to live on the golf course. I'm happy to die on the golf course. It's just not enough sport for me. I like the physical sort of contact stuff where you're just using it and your adrenaline's flowing and you're competing and all that. About 6 years ago, I discovered fighting, okay? Stand-up boxing, and then a little MMA training, a little judo and a little wrestling and grappling. We go to the ground, we do jiu-jitsu and submission fighting. I have to tell you, there's nothing quite like it. And, I'm out in the world, and I'm looking at guys 25, 26 years old, And mind you, they look pretty good. But I'll say to you like this. I've got this guy's got a lot of miles on him. And a lot of those miles were some tough miles. Really tough miles. And I've done 26 twice at 53. And you know what? I feel good. Now, you know, the other night, I was changing channels, and it's also a big headline. All over the news, the newspapers. It's like almost shocking, but it's everywhere. Jersey Shore, MTV TV show, Mike, the situation. We got Vinny and Paulie and Ronnie, but the situation is all over the headlines. Why? It is said that he will earn over $5 million this year. People, what are we doing wrong? What has Mike the situation got going on? I mean, he's cute. He's definitely funny. You know, I got to tell you, I watched the show the other night. I'll tell you about the situation. The guy never has his shirt on. Can you imagine? Now, Eric Bolling on national television, Fox Business, a couple of weeks ago, looked at me and said, "You're the Wall Street situation." Well, I got news for you. What the hell? You know, if Mike the situation can do it, so can Ross the Wall Street situation. Now, you see, we're really getting to know each other now, right? So, $5 million, $60,000 a show. He gets paid between $15,000 and $50,000 to show up and appear at discos and go to parties. And now he's getting his own line of like workout gear and workout products. What about me, fellas? You want to get to know me. You know, I told my producer I might take my clothes off, and he begged me to please leave my pants on. I mean, you got to see these legs, guys. You know, I just got to say. At 53, I got some ass, let me just tell you. You know, I met a woman this morning at Starbucks, and we're talking about a charity event that she's throwing. And we're going to do a whole show on it. And we're going to walk the pink carpet, Think Pink Rocks. And she looked at me, and there was another woman there, a publicist, and she said, "I tell you, this guy's eye candy." That's all you got to say to me, you know. I mean, you know, I'm in AA 20 years, and I got like a smidgen of self-esteem. So when somebody says something nice, it's like, wow. You know, you could shoot bullets at me, and it's okay. But God forbid somebody compliments me. I'm like, yeah, you know, I can't sleep. I can't sit still. I get crazy. And I just got to say, this is a lot of fun. You know, I work on my spiritual self on a daily basis because it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside or what you have, what you own. It's all just stuff. It really, it comes and goes based on, you know, the tide. The tide is your spiritual connection. You know, it's better, you have to feel okay, okay? Okay. People say, "How are you?" I say, "I'm okay." I'm never too high, I'm never too low. 13 months ago, I was arrested on national television. I was handcuffed, I was paraded, embarrassed. I was charged with crimes that I did not commit, all right? Can you imagine in front of your family, in front of your community? Only God and I know the absolute truth. I'm innocent of these charges. And you know what? Boy, I felt bad. Boy, did I have a panic attack and an anxiety issue. But you know what? It lasted 2-3 days. That's it. You know why? Because I'm fit. I'm fit. This is God's world we live in. And I'm okay. I'm whole inside. Because I've made a personal admission. I found a God of my understanding. I turn my life and my will over to this God that I understand. I don't want to turn anybody off because God is a big subject. We're going to get to that, and we're going to address, you know, my situation, and we're going to find out how you feel. You know, is God God? Is there God? Is he dead to some people? Is it just a rap or a scheme? Well, you know, I took an inventory, and I shared it with another human being. And I prayed, and I worked on my character defects. Okay, I made a list of people that I had harmed. And I became willing to make amends to them. Well, I made such amends. I now take a daily inventory. And when I'm wrong, I promptly admit things. And I work on my higher consciousness. I work on my connection, my daily connection with what I call my higher power. And you know, on the 12th step of AA, I got to give back. I've had a spiritual awakening. And now I got to give back to other people. And I got to give what was so freely given to me. And that's a big part of my life. And you know what? I started to feel good. 33-year-old drunk, addict, smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I couldn't walk a flight of stairs or a city block without... Okay? I was fat. I was soft. And it was just... It's just no way to live. You know, one day I looked in the mirror and I just said, dude, you got to get it together. Because I started to feel better on the inside. You know, it's an inside job. You know, when you first come into a room in the program and you say, well, what do I do? I mean, who do I hang out with? What do I say? And they say, you know, look for the winners. But I'm like, it's an inside job. How do I know? If they look good, that doesn't mean anything. They say sooner or later, your outsides will begin to match your insides. So as somebody heals properly, you heal on the inside. You know what happens? Your outsides start to change. Your skin clears up. Your face gets thinner. You start to lose body fat. You take care of yourself. Your lung capacity increases. Your physical being becomes right. It's not God's will for you to sit on a couch and stare at a computer, you know, sit in your room and just jerk off. Now, it's nothing against jerking off. Look at these forearms. However, you just got to be physical. You got to sweat, you got to breathe, and you got to challenge yourself. And you got to do this 3-4 days a week. You got to try and eat right. It's okay. Nobody's perfect. I just had a caramel frappuccino with extra whipped cream and extra caramel. That's the kind of guy I am. Listen, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I got to do something, people. And I just want to say to you, and I want to say to the situation, baby, 53 years old. Come on now, not so terrible. Now remember, I'm coming to you under arrest. This is unfiltered, uncensored. This is the real thing, okay? This is the real thing. I've gotten more input in the last 48 hours from these podcasts than I've gotten in the last 25 years from people. And I'm grateful to you. Please, 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 please don't stop, okay? My website is rossmandell.com. You can reach me personally on email. That's ross@rossmandell.com. Or you can Facebook me to Ross Mandell. That's double S and double L. I need to hear from you guys. I don't know exactly what to give unless you give me a little bit of guidance. So I'm begging you for feedback. You know, if you don't like me, say, I don't like you. If you resent me or you have an issue, bring it on. Let's hear it. I'm not hiding. Are you? Listen, it was so great to spend a few moments with you today. And maybe next time I'll drop the drawers because I know that's what you really want to see. And I really want to show. So this is all we got for today. To the situation, I'm a big fan. To Jersey Shore, you guys are killing it. God bless you. And to all of you out there, please, ross@rossmandell.com. I really would love to hear from you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.